I get asked a lot when I take off a lamb off a mom that has triplets or quads or whatever. When do I take them off mom and put them on the machine? These guys were born yesterday afternoon. So I usually let them stay for 12 to 24 hours. When you pull them off too early, the colostrum I feed them doesn't have the immunity that I give mom 6 weeks before she lambs. So now I leave them on with mom. It's a bit trickier getting them on the machine, especially the first few lambs. That part sucks. That's you. Okay, let's get you trained. I've been working on this lamb for 2 days, but man, it's kind of dumb. Training them is hard. Once they're on, awesome. So how do I choose which one? This is hard, right? Because I want them all to be with mom, but I also want them all to live. So what I do is usually in a set of 3, there's very rarely 3 perfectly sized matched triplets. So I will take the one that's different, kind of the misfit. So if there's 2 big ones and a small one, I'll take the small one. If there's 2 small ones and a big one, I take the big one. So I will process them and then I'll put in which one's a bottle baby. And the 2 I leave on mom, I will write that they're a triplet, but then under the notes, I'm gonna put raised as twin. This one's a little bit bigger than the other 2. So I'm gonna process her, and then I'll move her way down to the other end where the nanny is. Today I am going to give them their Clostridial vaccine. I learned the hard way with my June lambs. I lost a lot of bottle babies, and it was well after they were on feed. They were weaned. They'd been weaned for probably a week or 2 even off the milk. And what we figured out, I talked to my vet, and because I pulled those lambs off mom so early, I was the one that fed them colostrum. They didn't get the vaccine that I gave their mom when she was pregnant that was supposed to come through her milk to protect them. I do leave the lambs now on with their mom for 24 hours, but I still give them this just for preventative. So whenever there's a big feed change, I'm hoping that it'll help with any grain overload or anything crazy like that. I started feeding Creep yesterday. They are about, most of them are probably about 10 days old. So I figured, good day to do this. For suckling lambs, goats, and pigs, it's 5 mils. And it says, for prevention lasting approximately 3 weeks. Withdrawal date is 21 days, so 3 weeks. Is that right? Yeah, 3 weeks. Which, no problem, because they aren't going to market anytime soon. Got it from my vet. So, very, very important to have a good vet. Because these are all things I didn't know about when I bought the nanny, that I was going to have to deal with this, so. Sub-Q. I didn't say that. Here we are. It is day 30, 31. So I just wanted to show you how we wean them. All I'm gonna do is take it out. They go cold turkey, and I just have found they are on the feed really good. I have water out. Now the water pails will freeze, so we have to be really diligent of changing them at night and first thing in the morning, and then they should be good through the day. The barn warms up enough that it should stay warm, but we just always have to keep an eye on it. So yeah, that's how I wean them. I take it out. I'm gonna shut the machine off, and I am actually gonna take it to our heated shop because I just don't want the water lines to freeze. So I showed you basically how I got them on the machine, and about 30 to 35 days later, they go off the machine. They'll cry for about a day usually, and then they're usually pretty good. So there you go.